We're back with another exciting episode of One on One with VC3 TV channel 114. I'm Crystal, your host, and today we're going to sit down and chit chat about Calypso with one former Calypso Monarch, a Ragga Soca Monarch, and a Road March winner here in SVG. Yes, none other than Fya Empress. My name is Crystal, your host, and this episode is sponsored by Campari. So let's get down to it.
Embrace the mix.
Embrace the mix. Embrace the mix.
Campari Red Passion. Embrace the mix. Must be 18 years or older to drink. Drink responsibly.
Some say it is natural, organic yet tribal.
Tell me where the party day, where the line day, friends link up with family, and we ready for the road, yeah. You're not singing. And we ready for the road, yeah.
I feel like I get fired one time. Fya Empress, former Calypso Monarch, former Road March, former Ragga Soca Monarch. Any other titles I'm missing?
Well, we only have 4 titles in the season. Soca Monarch.
Soca.
Yeah, that is the one that closest I've gotten to was placing second. Yes.
Yeah. Congratulations on all the titles that you have gotten over the years. This year you are in a few, two of the competitions, which are Calypso
And Power, so
Power. So congratulations again. How is it going? How's it feeling?
Carnival will always be carnival. Busy, a lot of singing, and not to drift away from carnival, but you know, I am on the stage almost every week, every Thursday at Sandals. So coming into carnival is a little bit more relaxing. It is less stressful, simply because I get more practice during the week. So
Right.
I'm a little bit balanced right now. I don't know what's gonna happen coming into the last 2 weeks, but for now I am balanced.
Balanced.
Yes.
So you're in 2 competitions. Which of the 2 are you more excited preparing for? Oh boy.
If I say that, then somebody might say, well, no, she doesn't like this one or she prefers, but because I'm an all-rounder, but my passion for Calypso is different than Soca or Ragga. And my reason for that, our lyrical content is different. Your expression is different when you sing Calypso as to when you do a Soca. So, Calypso.
Yeah, it's really nice to hear that because, you know, over the years we hear people talking about Calypso is dying, it's not going anywhere, not enough young people are getting into it. So to hear you choose Calypso over, not that you don't love the other, because you're an all-rounder.
I love them, yeah.
Yeah.
A matter of fact, you get more stage performances with all the other genres as opposed to Calypso.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. More stage performance, more money.
More, not necessarily, you know.
No?
Well, yeah. yes. It brings in a bigger revenue. So I mean, people love happy music. I think that's what it is, because they're saying, oh well, the Calypso is a little bit too slow and we don't know how to enjoy it. It burns my heart, and it hurts when I hear young people say that they would prefer Soca over Calypso, because at the end of the day, Soca came from Calypso.
That's true.
So you have to know where you came from, where you are, and where you're going. And that's my song for 2025. In a goal. Yes. Children of the Drum.
Children of the Drum. Tell us a bit about that song.
My song was written, and I have to say kudos to my writer. My writer is Christoph Grant, Trinidadian lawyer by profession, writer. So I got bonus. I know that he's very articulate with writing. He knows where to put the right words and where to, so when I get my calypso, it's very easy for me to make the calypso mine before I deliver. So there's a process, guys. Calypso you don't just write 2 lines and run up on the stage and say low, and then the soca start. No. This is where you have to make your song yours first. You have to understand. Even if you write your own calypso, you have to understand it before you deliver. And trust me, that is one of the good things. When you can do that, it comes out like a package. It comes out properly because you understand what you are saying and you can deliver.
Right. I've seen you perform countless times. Ragga Soca, Power Soca, and I've seen you like off stage as well. But when you perform Calypso, you transform. I don't know if the audience has seen that too, but you transform into a totally different, like Fya Empress. How important is liking? Would you perform a Calypso if you don't like it?
Again, the rules in this, when you get a calypso, you make it yours. And if you understand what is on the paper, then obviously you could deliver because you know what you're saying.
Okay.
Like my first lines for my calypso, but I'm gonna say it outright here because at first when I got my calypso, I was a bit confused because this is my first line. Some say it is natural, organic yet tribal, elemental, naked, raw and animal. Full stop.
What's that?
Okay, where's my writer taking me here now? But then by the time you get into the song, it sounds as though I'm singing about Fya Empress. But it's not me, it's basically Calypso we're singing about. Bringing life, letting black people awake, love yourself, see all that little makeup. And I'm one for that. I can be chastised for that because I love my little makeup and things.
You spruce up.
Natural. It talks about being natural, not doing any surgeries, And that's the last verse. Because somebody actually called me yesterday and said, I see you be touching your bottom when you're singing. What's that about? And I said, so now I know people actually come and they don't listen. They tend to just look. But Calypso, you're supposed to come, sit, listen, and understand. So that last verse was never cosmetic, plastic or synthetic. What does that mean? To me, it means I ain't do nothing to me. Everything here is natural. So I express that like that. It doesn't mean that, but again, when you come Calypso, you go sit down and understand.
You mentioned something earlier about you can't come and say low.
Yes.
Is Calypso harder to perform than Ragga and Power Soca?
Very, because I do not have to take a week or a week and a half to understand my soca. When I write a soca is a soca. If it's a hand in the air, it's basically hand in the air. But Calypso, if hand in the air, I have to know how I'm telling you put your hand in the air and what I'm telling you put your hand in the air for. If you realize soca, you don't really have to have nothing to say hand in the air. You just say 1, 2, 3, 4, hand in the air. And that's, so it's a lot harder. The song is longer. My song this year is 7 minutes and 30 something seconds. So a lot of people tell me, how you remember all these lyrics? But yeah, it's difficult. But
have you ever performed and forgotten the lyrics?
Yes, many a times. Many a times. We all have fall short. But it's how you pick up from that. For me, I have come to the realization that, this song is 6 and 7 minutes. Let's say I forget a word in a sentence. I am going to have to find something with quick thinking that's going to adjust me and make sure that I say that whole sentence and it makes sense. So yes, we have all done that. Or you might forget one line in the last four bars, because Calypso might give you up to 12 bars before it gives you the chorus. So let's say you reach by the 8th bar and you forget that line, and that piece of wood holds a whole 4 line. Come on, you gotta find something to say. Sometimes you might not even bother with that last 4 line. You go with the last 4 lines of your first. But let me not say that because y'all might be, the judges might be listening and they might say, let me listen carefully to make sure that they don't make them mistakes. But yes, we have all fall short.
All right. Confession.
Yes, it's good for the soul.
I recall once observing you forget your lines.
Yes.
During a performance.
Yes.
And because I knew the lyrics of the song.
Don't go learning my songs. Don't go learning my songs.
No, I knew the lyrics of the song. So I'm like,
Yes.
oh gosh, I forget the words. Oh gosh, oh my God. But then you just like, nobody else noticed. And I was like, anybody else see that? And I was like, oh, whoa, that was a good one. Boy, not me. I was gonna stop singing and walk
You
off
can't,
the stage.
you can't. And this is why we have so many tent nights, so that you can have a practice on stage. Because a lot of things distract you on stage too. Imagine you singing and you taking time to try and figure out what this person's saying in front there because they're having a discussion probably with the person sitting next to them. That's not your business. Your business is to stand there and sing. But because we get so distracted, we want to know, does that person like my song? Is me that person talking about? So why should I push your face so? You know me vex, and by the time you say that, line gone out the back of your head.
Yeah. Sorry, if a band member plays something off. Oh boy, it feels like this has happened before.
It happens all the time. It happens all the time.
What goes through your mind, or like, does that distract you? Like, that my song is not being played properly, guys.
You know, because I love to sing, you see. Because I love to sing. Sometimes when these things happen, I take deep breaths, calm, Lornette. Remember, you're singing here. You can't even bother with that in back there. So I want big up my band members, right? And I mean, that can happen because when you have, let's say, 5 horn men, it's very, very hard to have 5 horn men to give you that melody and everything fluent without even one horn man go so you're going you'll be like, okay then, okay. But it happens. And big up to the main band that performs on final night, which is the police band. We don't have that problem.
Okay.
I have never experienced that problem. But you see, in the tent,
Oh gosh. That's just, you know.
big up the people them anyway, because it's either that or nothing. And right now, I gracious for the little, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was very disappointing hearing this year that we didn't have a trombone, somebody to play trombone, and that was simply because the person who was playing it before has retired. So where are the musicians that are supposed to be coming up practicing for when we have these retirees? That's my issue. I have a lot of issues when it comes to these things, but and that's what it is. We have no trombone this year, or the trombone man might come and he plays selective, but then you could pay him, or somebody else have to pay him and not the back. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, we have no trombone.
Does I know in competition people can get, like, artists can get like really tense, right? Backstage for like Soca Monarch, Ragga Soca, all the other shows, sometimes artists don't talk to one another. Is that the same
Sometimes. Why are you
was trying
saying
to be
sometimes?
I was trying to be modest.
Crystal is trying to be modest here. Let me tell the truth is.
Okay, the truth is.
Bacchanal. Once they see you come at the back of the stage, bacchanal. From the time you come in, somebody's shoes always lost. Somebody always taking up somebody's room. Somebody can't find the money. So it's always a bacchanal. Don't worry about it. We always have bacchanal in the back there.
Is it also for Calypso? Or not so much bacchanal? Or it's like a sophisticated bacchanal?
Sophisticated. Listen, when you are angry, you tend to, and that's why I don't allow people to draw me, to get me to that point. So I do things to avoid that. Like, I wouldn't spend all my time backstage to go on stage. Neither would I spend my time focusing in front and look at every performance. I can't do that. I need my space. I need to be in my zone. You know how you might spend money on ice cream because you love ice cream? I spend money on headphones so I could hear. When I plug in my headphones, you could be dancing outside, I don't hear you. So I plug my headphones and I'm in my own zone. So if you see me for the carnival season, you call out to me and I don't answer, most times it's because my headphones are in. So I'm walking on the street and my headphones, I'm in a total different world because I do not like distractions. So yeah.
Super focused.
Bacchanal in the back there.
Bacchanal in the back. Boy, I don't know if you were looking in my closet or if I was looking in yours, but we dressed
I got here
green.
first. I got here first, and I feel I wear more green.
Kingston first or in the studio first because we could argue about this.
I feel like I have on more green than you.
You do. So like your entire outfit is green.
Right. So I should be the one. If anybody taking off the green, it's you.
Yeah, this will come off. But in wrapping up, I wanted to just ask you, or maybe comment, your outfits for me always stand out during your performances. Is that all you, or is that like you and a bunch of other people say, you know what, Fya, this is what we're wearing tonight?
It's me, 90%. 10% is when I ask, can I get this piece made and how long can I get this? Or if I get this ordered, how long it would take. But my team don't really bother with me when it comes to my dress codes. And I always think that should be a part of your package. It's not the only thing, because I remember, and if you listen to people, you know, you come on stage and wrap yourself any and anyhow and sing and just come off, you know, because you could never please everybody. I remember one person said, and I thought that I was dressing the part, and they said, oh, she always have an tight thing there and exposing this for the judge to see. And I will probably don't say so this year, because this year, and we're starting on Sunday. There's one thing that people could say when I come on stage, there's a package there for you to look at for 7 minutes, 8 minutes, or 4 minutes. And I love that. At least they won't say, oh, look how she's going, look how she look when she look on stage. No, we don't have that. If we could avoid something, we avoid it. So look good, song good, and everything else, yes.
How could you not love Fya?
Yeah.
Oh, now for the big moment you're gonna perform.
What do you want me to perform for you?
Of course, the Calypso. Turning up the drums.
Is it one verse you want me to sing, or you want me to sing?
Not right now, you know. You're gonna sing after. As in, we're gonna move this year, and then you will sing.
So now that you say that, and I go in performance mode.
Yes.
You is the dancer.
No.
Crystal, you could sing and you could dance.
Yeah, but that don't mean I'm going to dance behind. How you want me to dance?
We want to see how you going to do it at one.
Back up to me. I sneeze this morning and it out my back.
If me pong you,
serious.
you go bend.
I'm so serious. Like right there.
But you know, you don't have to do much for the Calypso, right? You just have to give me a little bit of African, you know. Do you have African roots in you? Careful of the answer you give me, eh?
I do have African roots in me, of course.
Do you love your culture?
Of course. More than anything, actually, no, not more than anything in this world.
So here's what, you know, I don't normally ask questions, but I want to be like the host here, and I'm going to ask you a question. No, you stay right there and answer the question.
Okay.
I have given you my Calypso. What did you gather from the Calypso? From listening to it, what did you take from it?
Oh my gosh. It's very rich culturally. A little confusing because you mentioned before that in the beginning you would think it's talking about you, but you're actually talking about Calypso. So something you have to like sit down and pay attention to. I gathered as well that what was important to you and the writer was that you have to make it appealing to people, because the BPM or the speed of the Calypso is not like the regular.
Yes.
Slower, I want to say slower, but not like the regular slower Calypso songs.
Right.
Plus, you are speaking about the African in me and the drums. And we know when you think African drumming and music, it's nothing slow.
Right.
It's very intentional and it just makes you want to move.
Correct.
I mean, irregardless of the tempo, but certain tempos would cause you to like tap your feet. So yeah, did I pass?
You get like a little 4 out of 10.
Oh,
I
all of
swear,
that?
4.
That's long,
Four.
long, and I didn't even
I
use
wanted to hear you say, you know, it's a time for black people. It's a song for black people to awake, to remember, you know, because in a time now where we have the USA doing the most, sending people back and they're using it, the S-hole, you know, go back to your S-hole where you originally come from. We have to remember, it's all of these things that we have to, you know, the little bowlie that you need to pong and open. But it exists. When he's saying that we should forget all of what Martin Luther King says and all of that, this is our culture that we should embrace.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's just a reminder to embrace and love you, the black you.
Yeah, the black me. Never mind.
No, you're
red.
red.
Like,
Red girl,
shame.
red girl thing.
You know what? We're going to sing this song now.
And she gone back
Well,
up.
she's going to sing it, and I'm going to stand over there and try to do some African moves. You're embarrassing me.
I will show you how to do it.
You show me? Yeah, you show me. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to learn.
Whoa, hey, hey. Whoa. Listen. Some say it is natural, organic yet tribal, elemental, naked, raw and animal, enchanting and rhythmic, bewitch you like magic, airy and so mystic, the roots, pulse of our music, from the belly of the Congo we came, tearing and fearless with them. Some say our skin darker than night, their mortal shiver at her sight. They run for the melanin, shade and color of our skin. Some are terrified, of course, by the texture and the gloss, the kinkiness of the hair, all the ethnic clothes I wear. They respect, you see, the African in me. My identity, guides my destiny, natural majesty, the African in me. So though they call me black, stronger years are coming back. Look out, here we come, children of the drum. Behold the power of the African rhythm. Whoa. Some say we look savage, like we out to rabbit, so we could do damage. Yeah, we go like advantage, righteous is our nature. We don't play no hater, we respect our maker. Oh God, the one true Cha-Cha, from the bowels of creation we came. Parent of all mankind is our faith. Behind fables and fairy tales they hide, with their slave trade and wicked appetite. They still for the melanin, shade and color of our skin. Some are terrified, of course, by the texture and the gloss, the kinkiness of our hair, all the ethnic clothes we wear. They respect, you see, the African in me. My identity guides our destiny, natural majesty, the African in me. Don't call me no banshee, I'm mixed with what to see. Aye. Time drums start to roll, waistline lose control. watch and you will see the African in we. I am beyond caps, yeah. Freedom is my need, yeah, yeah. Something deep inside moves me like a tide. Cannot hide, you see, the African in me. Sing now. Ude, ude, yo. Ude, ude, yo. The rhythm in me, supreme majesty, brings out naturally the African in me. Hey. Enjoy Carnival 2025, Fya Empress says so.
There you have it, another wonderful episode of One-on-One with VC3 TV channel 114. My name is Crystal, your host, and it's been absolutely wonderful sitting and chatting with Fya Empress. Well, thank you for viewing, for commenting, sharing. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and just comment and promote VC3 TV channel 114. See you soon.
Some say it is natural, organic yet tribal, elemental, naked, raw and animal, entrancing and rhythmic, bewitch you like magic.